So, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Sonic Generations is getting a rewrite. I can't say this wasn't unforeseen, but it's surprising nonetheless. But it makes sense. We have that additional context of Shadow Generation, so it makes sense that certain scenes would need to be changed. But it isn't just certain scenes, but apparently all of them, or at least most of them. We're even getting reworked cinematics, whatever that means, I'm not entirely certain. I've never really been a huge fan of the writing of Generations, I don't think anyone is, but to see it just be wiped out and redone, it's a little weird. I grew up on this game, stinky writing and all, so it does kind of hold its place in my heart, sort of. I've seen people have pretty mixed feelings towards the fact that the game is getting rewritten. Some people were pretty vocal about not liking this change, and said people really let Ian Flynn know over on Twitter. Guys, why are you getting mad at Ian? He's just the head writer, so he writes what the bosses tell him to write. It wasn't his decision to rewrite the game, it's just his job to write it. And I will say, from the small bit of leaks I did see, it seems like an improvement. I appreciate Sonic isn't silent whenever he saves one of his friends now for starters, and I appreciate that none of them have the memory of a goldfish. Just going to throw this out there, I think it was a really good thing Sega and Sonic Team made sure that there was still access to the original version of the game on Steam. If there was no way to play that version, then I think people would be even more mad now, since the original version of the story would be completely lost. Honestly, I'm fine with the game getting rewritten. Honestly, I think I might even be happy about it. The story of Shadow Generations is looking to be really good, plus the writing of all the other recent projects, like the IDW comics for starters, have been really good, and to have this game release and be pretty underwhelming in the writing department, it would be a bit inconsistent with those other more recent releases. Plus, I think it likely will better serve as a celebration of Sonic's history now that the writer of the game actually knows Sonic's history. If I remember right, the ones who wrote the original version of Generations and all those titles around that time, like Colors, Lost World, all of those, had never even played a Sonic game. They never read a comic, never watched a show. I think all they did was read a summary on Wikipedia or something to that effect. From that one scene of the rewrite I have seen, the characters actually know and recognize things, and it actually feels like there is some history here. For preservation's sake, I can understand why people aren't happy about this change. For nostalgia's sake, I understand why people aren't happy. But I do think that this rewrite, if we can ignore those outside influences and just look at it for what it is, will provide a better experience for both new and returning players. And again, it's not like it's impossible to access the original version. It's still technically available on Steam, and I can't imagine a copy of the 360 version is very expensive, and that can be played on both Xbox One and Xbox Series X consoles. Not the Series S, doesn't have a disc drive. I should know, I looked into getting an Xbox Series, wanted the S, didn't have a disc drive, and I wanted a disc drive so I could play my copy of Sonic Unleashed. Yes, I did buy an Xbox Series X just so I could play a game that's 16 years old. Don't judge me. I really do hope that us Sonic fans can go into the rewrite with an open mind and a positive attitude. This whole debacle really proves that we fans are impossible to please. For 13 years, we have all dogged on the story of Generations. We have all complained about the writing and the actual lack of story. And then Sonic Team gives us a rewrite of the game to hopefully improve the story a bit and tie into that new story content they added. And what do? Well, some of us were okay, and some of us were kind of happy, but some of us got way too upset and started attacking the man we have all praised for being the saving grace of the stupid blue rat. I love this franchise, and I love this fan base, which is why I think we all need to take a step back and be happy that Sonic Team is always listening and is genuinely trying to give us what we want, and they are genuinely trying to improve. They aren't perfect, they make a million mistakes, but man, I'm happy and I'm excited to explore this new version of Sonic's most nostalgic adventure. I have so many memories about the original Generations, and to experience it now with a writer who actually cares about this franchise, I honestly think it's going to be fantastic. And I really hope all of you can get excited about the rewrite as well. You don't have to love the fact that it's getting rewritten, but I do hope that you can at least give it a chance. But that's all I have to say on the rewrite. I have been your favorite fruit, Kiwi. I will see you later all, my friends.